To another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over a ghistrick deck profile. Sorry about the box. I'm still trying to figure out camera angles and all that. My desk is so messy. I'm still missing my phone stand. But, let's get into this. In my opinion, before we get started, ghistricks are a good deck, but they need more ways to search the field spell without having to, any of the field spells actually, without having to be forced to play terraforming or anything along that line, or be forced to play a certain way. But for those of you who don't know what ghistricks are, they are a really annoying deck that act as sub-terrors, basically. Turning themselves face down and then flipping themselves up to do stuff to your opponent, as well as turning your opponent's monsters face down, pairing with the field spell so you can attack them directly. You can burn them to death, you can deck them out, you could annoy the heck out of them, and Angel of Mischief here has an instant win effect with 10 Xyz materials. You instantly win. Takes 2 level 4 monsters though, or you can rank it up because there's no level 4 monsters in the deck. And I do have one proxy in here, for now, at least. So, let's get into this. If you guys want to see any other deck profiles, let me know in the comments below. But, triple ghistrick doll. Cannot be normal summoned. Oh, also they all can't be normal summoned unless you control ghistrick. And then they all also have, they can turn themselves face down. Now, when this flip face up during the end phase, change all monsters. You can, or all monsters on the field face down. And then you can special summon one ghistrick monster from your deck and face down defense, whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters that were turned face down by this effect. Something I like to do with doll is special, like go ahead and do whatever. Just flip it and then have 2 level 2s and another monster. Xyz summon into Angel of Mischief. Well, you're gonna do Cute Boss and then Mischief. And then from there, you would go and equip and then turn itself face down, special summon another doll. Next, the only monster that has a proxy right now, Fairy. When it's flipped face up, you can set a ghistrick card from your graveyard and then turn opponent's monsters face down equal to the number of ghistricks or set cards on the field. So if you have 2 set cards, 2 of your opponent's monsters face down. Neko Matsui, Musumi. I'm sorry, I'm trying really hard to say these names correctly. When a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summon, change that monster to face down defense. There must be another ghistrick on the field to activate and resolve this effect. It's also level 2 to go into So Cute Boss. Yes, that is the name of a monster. Next we have Jiangxi. I'm so sorry this one's damaged. I got it damaged. Please don't blame me for that. Okay, now that that's out of the way. When it's flip face up, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 ghistrick monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of ghistrick monsters you control. Typically going to do 2, but 3 is max, so all you need is 3 ghistrick monsters. You can add Lantern by just flipping itself. Doesn't matter. Next we have Yukiona. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can change the monster you control face down defense permanently. You cannot change its battle position. It's like a floodgate. 2 Skeleton or Skeleton. When it's flipped face up, you can banish the top cards of your opponent's deck equal to the number of ghistricks you control. 1 Werewolf. So when you change it to face down defense, when it's flipped face up, 100 damage for each set card on the field. Stein, whenever it deals damage to your opponent, add 1 ghistrick spell trap from your deck to your hand. And then for our hand traps, the ghistrick hand traps, we're running 1 Jack Frost, 1 Spectre, and 1 Lantern. how do I explain this? For Jack Frost, when this monster declares a direct attack, you can change that monster to face down defense and special summon this card from your hand in face down defense. Spectre. When a Ghost Trick monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense and draw a card. Lantern. When a monster has a direct attack or on a Ghost Trick monster, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. All three of them have stuff to do with attacks. I'm not going to go too deeply into detail, but that's it for the monsters. I'm thinking about taking out a Spectre for Mary, the Yukiona, and for a current replacement, which isn't going to be very long, for Fairy, I'm doing another Spectre because that's literally the only one I have. That or it's a Vanish, but I don't like Vanish. So, moving on to the spells. 2 Mansion, 2 Museum, and 2 Parade. So, I have it weirdly set up. Mansion, when Mansion is all the field spells, or all of these cards, have the effect that monsters cannot attack face down defense, but can attack directly if all monsters are face down.
Hey Darius, 2 minutes.
So, Mansion, all effect and battle damage except from Ghost Trick monsters is cut in half. Museum, when at the end of the damage step, any monster that inflicted battle damage is turned face down. And Parade, your opponent takes no damage, but when it declares a direct attack, you can add 1 Ghost Trick card from your deck to your hand. I don't like Parade as much as the other two, but Parade definitely does come in handy with being able to add any Ghost Trick card. And then for the last spell, 2 Swords of Concealing Light, turning your opponent's monsters face down can be lethal. Moving on to the traps, and yes, that's all for the spells. Triple Ghost Trick Scare. Target any number of face-down defense monsters you control, change it to face-up defense. Count the number of Ghost Trick monsters among them, and if you do, change that many face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. Minimum 1. So this is instant flip. I like using this, especially upon attacks. Next, we have Triple Renovation, probably the best trap in the deck. Probably one of the best cards in the deck. Trap 1 Ghost Trick field spell in your field zone, return it to your hand. Then you can activate 1 field spell from your hand or deck. So it's a field replacement. And then you can trap 1 Ghost Trick Xyz monster with a different name, and Xyz summon it into another one. Treat an Xyz summon and transfer its materials. So, for example, let's just say I have Angel of Mischief out. I could change it back to whatever, and then I can re-Xyz into Mischief. That is a combo I'll be going over in another video. So, that later on. It's kind of hard to do a test hand with these because it relies on your opponent's stuff too. Next, 2 Ghost Trick Go Round. It's pretty much a final battle for 2 of the effects. You can either take a Ghost Trick monster face up, turn it face down, or 1 face down defense position monster you control to face up attack. If it's a Ghost Trick monster, change 1 monster your opponent controls to face down defense. But you can only do this during the battle phase, and it's once per turn. Now moving on to the singles of Ghost Trick. 1 Ghost Trick Break, 1 Ghost Trick Vanish, and 1 Ghost Trick Knight. Break, when exactly 1 Ghost Trick monster you control, and know that the cards is from a battle or an opponent's card effect, and sent to your graveyard. Target 2 Ghost Trick monsters in your graveyard with different names from the destroyed monster. Special summon them in face down defense. So if one of them gets destroyed, you can bring out 2 others. For Vanish, reveal 1 Ghost Trick monster in your hand. This turn, Ghost Trick cards and face down position monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And for Ghost Trick Knight, when a Ghost Trick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. So in other words, they're face down defense or stuck in face down defense, as long as you control Ghost Trick. When this card in your possession is destroyed by the opponent's card or effect, your opponent cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn. And then 2, set uppercut. I find this card nice because if you destroy Ghistrick, I can bring out another one with equal to or less attack. In face down defense position. So it would already have its stats already and all that. Moving on to the extra deck, I don't have pure. I only run pure Ghistrick extra deck right now, but you could run the extra deck however you want. Triple Angel and Mischief, very important for a combo. If you can Xyz summon it using a Ghistrick Xyz monster, controls Xyz material, except itself. These materials attached to it. Transfer. When it has 10 Xyz materials, you win the duel. Now you can detach one material from this card, add one Ghistrick spell trap from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, it can attach one Ghistrick card from your hand to this card as an Xyz material. Now it does specify Ghistrick card, so if you are bricked with stuff like the field spells in your hand, it's good use. Plus, combo moment. If you use renovation, I already went over this, you can go into another one. Triple Aqua card and 2 for those. They're really only in here just so you can combo off of Mischief. But that's going to be it for this deck profile. See you guys in another video. Peace out.